Hey everyone, how are you tonight? I see Matt AK is here, and he was the first to comment. Rob from the Curmudgeon is here, and John in Alaska. Thanks to you guys. On to it, Aussie just joined. How are you tonight? I almost didn't make it for two different reasons. One, I was sitting here already. All I had to do is click go live, and the next thing I knew, it didn't work. It went away. I went back to my main page, and it didn't show any content or anything like that. I had to actually do a refresh and then come back in. So that's why I was a minute or two late. And then I was supposed to get some, what is it, pit run gravel delivered for my driveway today. It was supposed to come at 1 o'clock, or the guy was supposed to start delivering at 1 o'clock today. So I went out there. I was ready for him. At 1:30, he hasn't shown up. So I called the gravel company and was told, oh, he's running like an hour late or so. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. I sit there and wait till 3:30 and finally call back up and say, hey, I need to cancel. I got things going on tonight. So I rescheduled that for tomorrow. Meanwhile, I got road fabric laid down in my driveway, just laying on top of the ground. I did throw some little bit of gravel on it to hold it down in case the wind blew or anything like that, or if I had to drive over it, it won't pick it up or anything like that. So, but that was my fun day today. What's going on with all you guys? Let's see here. Yep. Everyone's saying hi. Matt AK said he tried to start packing garage stuff today, but it's 1,000,000 degrees here in the mountain at the moment. I mean, well, it's only it made it clear up to 57 degrees today here in Willow, and it's overcast and it's been raining almost all day long. Excuse me. And on to it, Aussie sneaking a late coffee break. Good job, Aussie. And it's 59 where Rob's at, north of Talkeetna. Hey, Christine, how are you? I'm so sorry I missed your live again today. It's just so hard. It's right in the middle of my afternoon. And I know I set an alarm once. I thought it was for every day, but apparently it was just for the one day because it didn't notify me that you guys were going live. I'll have to reset it. You see what hat I have on, Christine? Got my Gillum Farms hat on. I watched your the hay baling video already from you guys. Too bad you guys didn't get very much hay this year, but at least you got some. That's better than nothing, I guess. Can you see it now, onto it, Aussie? Oh, man, my nose is itchy for some reason. But yeah, that's right. It's better than nothing. So, yeah, I couldn't believe how much Johnny was saying he's got out of that one field last year compared to this year. He said the one field he got like 9 of those big round bells out of. This year he got like 2 or something like that from a single cutting. That's a big difference there. Hey, Johnny's here. Christine, I don't know who Gillum Farms is. I found it along the road somewhere. They're really good. It's Christine and Johnny. They're both in the chat, so make sure you check out their channel if you haven't already. So let's see here. Don't forget to hit that like button, everyone. My nose is so itchy today. I don't know why. Actually, John, it's not really muddy. Just the one spot in the springtime gets really muddy, so I decided to go and buy road fabric and just do like the middle section of my driveway. So I put down the road fabric yesterday, preparing for the gravel delivery today, and then it never showed up. So I canceled it for today and asked them to bring it tomorrow. So yeah, it's not too bad. Obviously, if you get off the gravel area, it's pretty muddy and stuff, but it's still not bad. Hey, Ray from Raised in Alaska is here. I'm working on the driveway. I was just saying, Ray, that I got road fabric put down through the middle section of my driveway. I did that yesterday afternoon. And then the gravel company was supposed to start delivering gravel today at 1 o'clock. And they didn't show up. So I called at 1:30 and they said they were running about an hour late. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I sat there until 3:30, called back and was like, hey, I got stuff going on this evening. I can't take the gravel now. Can you bring it tomorrow at 1 o'clock? And they said, yeah, they'll reschedule it. So I got road fabric laying down in my driveway right now. Hopefully they show up tomorrow. All right, John, you start your first renovation installation. And let's see here. Raised in Alaska. What's next? I have a bulldozer rented for the what is it? The 27th of July. So I'm gonna start moving more dirt around. But first, I have to get my log piles moved and situated. So right now, I have 2 log piles, and they're just all in various lengths and everything. So I'm cutting them all down to approximately 20 feet, and then I put down 4 big old cottonwood logs down about they're about 17 feet apart from each other. So I'm cutting all the logs I have into 20-foot lengths, and I'm going to lay them on those cottonwood logs, and it's wide enough I can drive my excavator up in. And I probably did 30 or 40 feet long. That's how much of an area I have to lay logs now on those cottonwoods. Hey, Ashley, thanks for joining. And hey, White Rock Homestead, how are you tonight? I didn't catch all your live today, but I caught a few minutes of it anyways. And I was out trying to get gravel put down on my driveway, but they never showed up. They got too far behind because we were having pretty bad rains today down here, and they just fell behind. They fell several hours behind, so I had to actually call them up and cancel it for today. And then, yeah, I'm going to be spending a lot of time cutting all my logs into 20-foot lengths. And if it's under that, then I'll probably do like 6 to 8 foot lengths and stack in a different pile. And then once I get that done, then I can start. Then I'll be ready for the bulldozer to show up on the 27th. Actually, it'll show up on the 26th, and I have it through. They'll pick it up on the 29th because they don't pick up or deliver on the weekends. So that's why I rent it for the 27th. It's a Saturday. I get that little extra time. I still only have 8 hours of use on it, but I have 2 full days over the weekend I can use it. And if I go over, I just pay per hour, anything over 8 hours. So, hey, Josh from Southern Roots, Alaskan Branches. Hey, I meant to ask you and Rob, did you guys have fun on that live last night? They actually called into Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse's live last night and was on it for a while, and we talked for a while afterwards. And after he closed off the close down the live. I probably should get that software and start using it. Then I can have people call in here. Get Johnny from Gillum Farms on there to call in and say what's up. Okay, on to it, Aussie. Have a good time at work. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Rob, for starting to post links. He just posted John in Alaska's link. John has a good situation going. He just bought a new property with a small unfinished cabin on it, and he's going to be working on his cabin a lot. And I guess Aurora, his puppy dog, loves it up there. It's a little bit cooler and lot more room to roam and run after the ball and stuff like that. And then there's Gillum Farms' URL or channel link, I guess it is. So make sure you check them out too. Let's see here. I need to get busy building. I need to get my chicken coop and rabbit hutch built. I'm falling way behind this summer. It's already half over and I haven't really done anything yet. I haven't really made much progress here in the cabin either. I need to get my water lines pressure tested. I finally got all the stuff early last week. So now I need to get them pressure tested. And then once they're pressure tested, then I can move on and get water running in this cabin. I need to get the bottom of the cabin skirted for this winter. I'm waiting to do that until I get the water lines all hooked up and running and the shower installed and stuff like that. Then I can work on skirting the cabin. That way the water line coming up out of the ground and the trap for the shower won't freeze this winter. And there's Southern Roots Alaskan Branches channel link. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, Matt AK, it's a nice place. John definitely found a nice place up there. John, I need to come up and check it out sometime. I only know it's up on the hill. I'm not sure where though. You'll have to send me the address. Let's see here. What else is going on? I guess this is mainly for the few Alaskan people. If you ever buy anything from Vevor website, the VEVOR website, you want to do it one item at a time. Because I tried getting 3 of those diesel air heaters, and they wanted to charge me $270 for shipping for 3 of them. And then I found out if I buy them one at a time, the shipping is only $30 each. So $30 each for a total of $90 or $270 for all 3 at once. So definitely when you buy from Vevor, if you don't get free shipping on something, make sure you look into buying one at a time versus a big order or anything like that. And White Rock Homestead saying they have the trenches done for their water and power lines. Just need to finish that process. I hear you. It takes a while. It takes a while. And the rain doesn't help. It caves in the sides, and then you got to go back and dig it out and everything like that after the rain stops. And then there's a White Rock Homestead's URL link. So thank you, Rob. You're on it tonight, Rob. Thanks a lot. Let's see here. What else is going on? Yeah, this place is going to really change once that bulldozer shows up because my big pile of dirt's getting pushed out. A lot more dirt is getting removed, and by that time I should have a lot more of the brush picked up and burn up and everything like that. So I'm getting anxious, but I need to get working on this cabin for a while too. A Mini X would definitely do the job. And what I do is most of the time when you run a Mini X, it comes with a 2-foot digging bucket. And when the teeth are straight down, that's about 2 feet. And that's how you can judge how deep you are. Up here, obviously, water lines have to be like 10 feet deep, but electrical lines are supposed to be 18 inches down. So I just dug it 2 feet down, put the teeth straight down, and then I knew I was 2 feet down. So that's where I put all my electrical lines when I put them in. It's a easy way to measure your depth. I, Matt AK says he read an article today that said it's the wettest July in Alaska in 7 years so far, and I believe that. All it's been doing is raining, and probably the wettest June also, and probably wettest May. All it's been doing is raining. Not a lot all the time, but it's rained almost every day. There's only a handful of days that it hasn't rained so far this year. Yeah, that would be a hard one, White Rock. The trencher doesn't like rocks, especially the bigger the rocks, the worse they like it. Yeah, Johnny, the dozer will be fun. It's the same dozer I rented last year. And actually, it's the exact same dozer I rented last year. But I forget what size it is. It's a medium, it's a small to medium sized dozer, which is perfect for what I got to do. Yeah, frost line's only 14 inches where you're at, White Rock says. Yeah, here we got to put our water lines 10 feet down coming from the well. And then it's highly advisable to put 1 or 2 layers of foam board, 2-inch foam board over top of it to be on the safe side. And then if we have a real bad winter, they still could freeze at 10 feet down. So I did something. You'll have to jump back and look at my water well install and look at what I did to prevent my water line from ever freezing. And John in Alaska said he found his place on Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, Ray is right. This weather up here has been perfect for the mosquitoes. Man, they are horrendous this year. You can't even hardly walk outside. And I got a mosquito magnet and I had to empty it because the bag was so full and they're still horrible. They are so bad. I took the garbage down to the road just before this live. And by the time I got down to the road, I had 2 or 3 mosquito bites on me already. And I was dressed like I am right now. So, hey, Roberta's Artistic Adventures is here tonight. Thanks for joining, Roberta. Let's see here. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Hey, Crystal from Flat Tire Farm, Homesteading, Alaska. How are you today? And Brun Free's in the house. How are you, Brun Free? Everyone's saying hi to each other. That's cool. Let's see here. What else? Yeah, I think I decided I'm going to hold off on rabbits and stuff until next spring just because by the time I get a rabbit hutch built and stuff like that, or not a rabbit hutch, a chicken coop built, it's going to be too late. So I'm just going to hold off on the animals until next spring, unfortunately. If the weather would have been nicer, I could have gotten after it and got it built by now, but the weather's just been so crappy. Several days I just didn't want to do anything outside, so I stayed inside and did stuff, and the time just got away from me, unfortunately. And Brent Free saying, I'm really good, Bill. I've been looking after 2 dogs. So busy here. That's good. That's good. I bet it's fun looking after the dogs, though. Yeah. Johnny saying I need a new video. And yeah, I missed last weekend. And I missed Wednesday also. I just got too busy last weekend and time got away from me. I wasn't expecting. I was out burning a brush pile on Saturday. And I was kind of expecting to be in by 10 or 11 o'clock and work on it for a couple hours. And then it turned out to be, it was a little after midnight by the time I came in. And by that time, I was just too tired. So I went to bed. It wasn't your fault, Crystal. Crystal and Reeve from Flat Tire Farm, Homesteading, Alaska, was actually down all afternoon and stuff. But they left at like 10 o'clock or something like that. But my 2 neighbors were over here and they hung out until midnight or a little after. So it took a while, but I've been burning my burn pile. I've been burning on it every day this week, but yesterday and today I did not put anything on it, and it's been raining pretty good all day here, and it's still steaming. It's that hot. I know if I dug down a little bit and threw some branches and stuff on, some dry wood on, it would catch on fire and start burning. It's still that hot in there. Yeah, Johnny Gillum says, when I'm not out working here, it's always due to the heat. Unfortunately, we don't have that issue this summer. Last summer, the first half of the summer, we did. It was in the 80s every single day and not a cloud in the sky. And some days it was pushing 90 degrees here. And up here, that's the type of weather you just walk outside and you start sweating in. So this year, it's definitely different. It actually hit a 57, 58 degrees today outside. So it's a lot cooler this year. Brent Free, weather in Australia is wet and cold. The dogs are chocolate Labradors, really nice dogs. My daughter's dog, she's in Canada with her husband visiting his family in Canada. So I got the dogs. Oh, that sounds fun. And Crystal, yeah, we can blame Mr. Reeve on that since he's not here tonight. Yeah, apparently El Nino is acting up this year in the weather. And Josh from Southern Roots, Alaskan Branches, he's up just outside of Fairbanks. I guess it would technically be a suburb of Fairbanks called North Pole. And he said it's warmer up there than it is down here. And Brian from the Vineyard Farmhouse just showed up. Hey, Brian, you need to have Rob from the Curmudgeon and Josh from Southern Roots, Alaskan Branches as guests on your show. I was going to mention that to you and forgot today, but you need to get them as guests on your show. And yeah, Crystal, I kind of know that, but it's nice being a little bit warmer and drier though. If we had double the sunny days that we've had so far, I'd be happy. And a little bit warmer temps would be awesome. Instead of highs in the mid and upper 50s, I'd like the highs in the low 60s or even mid 60s. Excuse me. So let's see here. Yeah, I got a lot of building ahead of me, that's for sure. I got a chicken coop, a rabbit hutch, and then a what do you call a pig house? And there's a rabbit hutch, chicken coops, and what do you call for a pig? I'm not sure, other than a barn. But I need to get something like that done. Yeah, Crystal says when she was growing up in Anchorage as a kid, 60 degrees meant they were allowed to go swimming in the lakes. And I do know a lot of kids in Anchorage. There's 2 or 3 lakes you can publicly swim in Anchorage. And at about 60 degrees or so, that's when the kids start going and swimming in the water. Yikes. Matt AK says they're supposed to hit 100 degrees in Utah this week. And Ashley says, don't forget the thumbs up. Thanks, Ashley. We got 18 people in here and 15 thumbs up. Yep. Brent Freeze, when we all have homes and land, it's a lot of work that keeps us busy. Yep. Chores, repairs, general things. Definitely. So I've pretty much decided I'm going to get 2 storage containers, 2 20-foot shipping containers, and then build a roof over top of them. And then I can get rid of my white enclosed storage trailer. It'll give me a lot more space and also give me a lot of room under a roof to store stuff like my 6-wheeler in the wintertime and my snow machine and my snow blower and stuff like that in the summertime. So it'll be in out of the weather. So definitely I got the phone call. They got brand new ones in, but the brand new ones are out of my price range that I want to spend. They were like $6,300 or something like that each, and now it's a little bit more than what I want to spend. The lightly used ones are about $2,000 less than that. I think he said like 4,200. That's okay, Rob. Don't worry about it. Rob said he was outside buttoning up the barn before they head down the trail. Crystal says a pig house is called a pigloo up here. Hey, Ron from Off Grid Homesteading, McGarvey style. Thanks for joining. Let's see here. I'll recap. I almost didn't make it because I was supposed to get gravel delivered today to fix my driveway. Yesterday, I went out, put down road fabric down on my driveway, and threw just a few shovelfuls of gravel on it here and there to hold it down from blowing around or anything like that. And then I was supposed to get several truckloads of gravel delivered today at 1 o'clock. It never showed up. I called at 1:30. They said they were running about an hour late. So I waited until 3:30 and then told them I had stuff to do. And asked if they could bring it tomorrow. And they said, yeah, they could. So hopefully tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I start getting gravel. Definitely would like to get some gravel out there. Get the driveway fixed, then I can move on from there. Uh-oh, John said the warning alarm went off on his solar, and he had to start the generator to charge up the batteries again. And Rob posted a Flat Tire Farm Homesteading Alaska YouTube channel link, so make sure you check them out. And make sure you check out the Vineyard Farmhouse also. He goes live every week and often has guests on. So make sure you check him out. His lives are Wednesday evenings. So make sure you check him out also. Brent Freeze asking, have you had much sunshine there? Not this year. Not this year. We've had maybe a handful of days so far this year that's been nice sunny days. And then probably had another handful of days where like half the day or so was sunny. But that's about it. It's been chilly, overcast, and rainy almost every day. Let's see here. What else is going on? Oh, we're having a YouTube meetup on August 12th for anyone that wants to come to Alaska or happens to be in Alaska. August 12th at Meadow Lakes Recreational Park. And it's an all-day event, so if you're in Alaska, stop in and say hi. And if you're a channel, we hope you're there to you can promote your channel, meet other channels, and just just get to know the other channels and maybe do a collaboration or stuff like that. So that'll be August 12th of this year, and it's the first annual. Yeah, Rob's getting a side-by-side up there, so that'll be nice. You'll have to get your bridges finished, though, before you can get that up there, huh? Roberta's, yes. It's called Meadow Lakes, but it's basically a suburb of Wasilla. It's Meadow Lakes Recreational Park, I believe it's called. And it's like just outside of Wasilla. Yeah, Brent Free, I'm sure he'll do a video on side by side. Okay, yeah, that's it, Roberta. Meadow Lakes Park, Playground, Pavilion, and Sports Fields. Yeah, they have two, basically like softball fields or t-ball fields. They have a big soccer field, and then they have a pavilion, and I guess they also have a basketball court. And then they have like 60 acres of woods or something like that, but 20 of it has walking trails on it. Seems like a nice place, so we're gonna have the YouTube meetup there this year. Brent Free, no, I haven't. Brent's asking if I've been fishing or hunting yet this year. No, I was supposed to go fishing, actually dip netting with Ray and Raised in Alaska, but thanks to YouTube, he didn't see my comment asking him to send me an email, and he missed it, so he didn't think I replied back to him, and he took off and went dip netting. But he was out here a couple days ago, and we were talking about it, and we're planning for next year. We want to go to the Copper River and get the Copper River Reds. Supposed to be the best salmon in the world. So that should be fun. And then hunting. Most of the hunting in Alaska is done in September. So in September, I do plan on trying to get out and doing some local moose hunting, but that's all it's going to be this year. I just got too much going on. I need my weekends to get stuff done, especially around that time of the year, I think. So Rob said he's going fishing Friday. Are you going to film it and make a video? Oh, man. I got bit on the back of my neck, and it's getting itchy by a mosquito when I was taking the trash down. Yeah, I think he definitely wanted someone else to go with him because most of the Copper River, well, there's two types of areas to go dip netting in the Copper River. Ones that have nice trails down and you can stand on the bank, or, excuse me, oh, thought I was going to sneeze. Or you basically climb down a cliff and you got to be like tied off with ropes and stuff like that. And when you do that type of dip netting, it's really nice having someone else with you. Yeah, Ray. Definitely next year. I'm looking forward to it. We definitely need to talk about it because I'm gonna have to buy all my gear and everything before we go because I don't have anything for dip netting. Yeah, Johnny, come on up. Unfortunately, out-of-state hunting licenses are extremely expensive for moose hunting. But you can come up and hang out, that's for sure. And also, for moose hunting, you're supposed to hire a guide since you don't have immediate family living in Alaska. And a cheap guide is $10,000 to $15,000, and a guide that almost can guarantee you a good big old bull moose, you're looking at $20,000 for the trip. Okay, Crystal. Crystal's hitting the road, headed home, but she'll be listening. So, thanks for joining in, Crystal. Yeah, Ray, we'll stay in touch. That's for sure now. Hey, Frida, how are you this evening? Frida just joined, it looks like. Thank you for joining. Yeah, Ron at Off Grid Homesteading McGarvey style said, wow, out of my price range. It is out of most people's price range to come up here hunting that are non-residents. Yeah, Roberto just said non-resident annual hunting and trapping license is $405. And if you're in-state, it's like $45. And in-state, we don't have to hire a guide. I'm not sure the exact requirements, but if you're out of state, you can hunt without a guide if you have like an immediate family member. And I forget what's classified as an immediate family member or something like that in Alaska. Other than that, you have to hire a guide to go hunting. Okay, Rob. Well, thanks for joining in. And have a safe travels tomorrow. And everybody, make sure you check out Curmudgeon AK YouTube channel. He's totally off grid. He's totally off the road system and everything. He has to actually catch a train for about something like 10 to 15 miles to get to Talkeetna, to the closest road system and civilization. So, yeah, check out his channel if you haven't already. Okay, Rob, yeah. Just give me a call. Make sure I'm here. But I'm here most of the time, so. Well, Josh is saying Southern Roots Alaskan Branches says non-resident caribou tags went up from $400 to $800, he thinks now. And that's extra that you have to pay. You still have to spend the $405 on a hunting license, then you spend another another like $800 on a caribou tag. There's a couple different. Johnny from Gillum Farms is asking, how about Native Americans? There's a couple different types of hunting up here. I'm talking the standard regular hunting. There's also what's called subsistence hunting, and I don't really know much about that, but I know it's cheaper and the rules are a little bit different for subsistence hunting. And that's what most of the people do that's out in the villages, the native Alaskans that are out in the villages, and even some people around here do what's called subsistence hunting, but I'm not sure of the regulations on that. But I know it's more relaxed than regular hunting regulations. Okay, Brian. Hope your neighbor gets their car started. Thanks for joining. Have a good one, Rob. Yeah, Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse says, seems like it would be cheaper to hire someone to adopt you as an immediate family member. And I don't know if you know this, but there is no age limit on adopting someone. So there's cases where someone is in their like 60s or 70s and they'll adopt someone that's like 35 years old or 40 years old. So it could happen that way. Yeah, Josh says basically we get seconds under the non-residents. Yep. Let's see here. Yeah, Johnny, I don't know about non-Alaskan Native Americans, though. I'm not sure about that one. That one you'd have to call up Alaska Fish and Game and ask them about it and see what they say. Let's see here. Yeah, there. Josh from Southern Roots Alaskan Branches is saying, back in 1969, 70, when the oil was discovered up here, instead of doing the reservation thing, the government set up a bunch of regional corporations, and then they gave each regional corporation back then, I think it was $2 million or something like that to get going. And then they also gave each regional corporation thousands of acres of land in their region. And that land is set up and controlled virtually primarily by the native corporations themselves, and they set the rules on it and stuff like that. And you have to, in a lot of the areas, you have to be a member of that particular regional corporation to be permitted to go on the land and hunt the land. So if you're not part of the corporation and you go on the land, you can be arrested for trespassing. That's what I understand it anyways. Yeah, Josh is saying, I know several native guys, they can't even hunt other village or regional corporation lands. They're only permitted to hunt their land unless they marry or get special permission. Yeah, I've heard that too. And John in Alaska, he's bragging because his hunting, trapping, and fishing licenses are free because he's over the age of 65 or 62 or something like that. Yep. So Alaska has a lot of regulations. Unfortunately, I think too many regulations on hunting and fishing and stuff like that. Especially the fishing. Wow, it's crazy. The fishing on one side of a bridge, you can use a treble hook. On the other side, you can only use a single hook. One part of a river, you can use a barbed hook. The other part, you can't. Some places you can use only live bait. Other ones you can use a spinner bait, but only with a single hook and not a treble hook, and like just stuff like that. You really have to know where you're going and what the regulations are. The one regulation I know is if you're in the South Central area, which I am, it's illegal to throw back. I just lost it in my mind. Northern pike. It's illegal to throw back northern pike if you catch it because it's considered evasive fish down here. But if you're outside of the South Central area, and the South Central area is like Willow, Palmer, Wasilla, and Anchorage area, this whole flat area, if you could call it flat area, this is South Central area of Alaska. Northern pike are considered evasive fish here, but if you get up around Fairbanks and stuff, that's their natural ground, so you can throw them back when you catch them up. You don't have, you are permitted to throw them back if you catch them up there. Okay, Ron at Off-Grid Homesteading, McGarvey, Sal. Have a good weekend. Thanks for joining. And he says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, everyone. And yeah, Josh at Southern Roots Alaskan Branches brings up another good point. A lot of people on like the Yukon River, they'll put out fish wheels. And if you've never seen a fish wheel, you need to Google that and check them out. They're really something to see. The fish wheels, this big net that spins around in the water's current, and it just scoops up fish that are swimming by, and then it drops them off into a little side basket. And they're a very passive fishing technique. But when the fish are running, you can go out there like once a day and you'll have your basket full, which could have 50 or 100 fish in it, depending on how big your fish wheel is. There are some regulations on fish wheels, actually, but I don't know them at all. Yeah, Matt AK says he thinks only Alaska natives can, but I don't know if that's correct, but it might be. But like I said, I don't know the fish wheel regulations or anything like that. And I think some non-Alaskans can also use them if they're living in the right areas and stuff like that, but I don't know exactly what the regs are. That would be a Alaska Fish and Game question. And it's raining outside again. Or still, I guess I should say. It's been raining all day. Yeah, Ray and Raised in Alaska says you can get a permit to have a fish wheel. I wish I could, Johnny. I wish I could. Your hay would be growing like crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of regulations on fish wheels also, Roberta. Definitely. I think it would be pretty cool to have one and to do it, but there's no fish wheels in this particular area of the state, so it's not going to happen for me. Yeah, Ashley, it depends on the fish also a little bit. But, I got my cool hat on, my Gillum Farms hat. Let's see here. What else is going on? Yeah, Matt's saying if you live in the right areas, you can get special permissions for fish wheels and stuff, but it depends on the area. Yeah, I don't know all the regulations on that. And Josh and Southern Roots Alaskan Branches is saying there's different regulations for hunting and fishing out in some of the villages because that's their native lifestyle. So they can uh, hunt and fish differently than everywhere else because it is their native historical lifestyle. Hey, Michael from Not So Remote Alaska. How are you? He's saying the rain is keeping me from the mill again tonight. I hear you. I hear you. If it was a nice summer out, I'd say double my order because I want to do two of them with a covered roof between them, and then also do a pig house. But I think that's going to be pushing it much for this year. So I'll just take what I ordered, and I think I'll probably buy the rest. And it'll be pushing it much for this year. So I'll just take what I ordered, and I think I'll probably buy the rest, and I make it work that way. There's mosquitoes flying around in here. I missed them though. If you haven't done so, make sure you check out Not So Remote Alaska YouTube channel. He does a lot of cool things down there. He's not too far away from me either. He does some sawmilling. He has some chickens. He does bargain finds in various stores and different things like that. So definitely check him out if you haven't already. Let's see here. What else? What else? Anyone got any questions for me? I'm looking outside. It's raining. I guess we can take a look outside for a couple seconds. All those down trees and stuff over there, that's also what the side along the side of the cabin looks like. I need to get all that stuff cleaned up this summer. So that's high on my priority list. Ah, excuse me. There's that sneeze that I almost came earlier. Okay, yeah, Ray from Raised in Alaska says, I have a clip of a fish wheel about 2 minutes into one of my videos. I'll try to post the link at the end of this live. Actually, here, give me a second, Ray. Okay, you can post the links in here now, Ray. So when you find it, just post the link. Let's see here. What else is going on? Excuse me. I think I talked about everything already. Don't know what else to talk about at the moment. The rain's coming down heavier. I can hear it a lot clearer now. Thank you, Christine. She says, bless you. So thank you very much for that. Oh, Crystal from Flat Tire Farm, Homesteading, Alaska, is asking about my citrus trees. I have 4, lemon trees growing, and they're in pots. I set them outside, so they're out in the weather getting all this good rain on them. So they're growing, but they need some sun and warmth, though. But they'll survive in this weather. It's not that cold for them. It's in the 50s, so they'll survive. Yes, Johnny from Gillum Farms is asking, do you have a video with the dozer you're renting from the past? Yes, last summer. It should be in my Willow Homestead playlist, and it's I forget what it's called, but I think the picture shows the dozer in it. And that was the first time ever I was on a bulldozer, ever operating a bulldozer. John in Alaska says there was a community fish well in Squentna. Squentna is basically directly that way, something like 30 miles or 40 miles, and it's that far from the closest road. So you got to go out through the woods, then up the river and stuff to get to Squentna. And Josh from Southern Roots Alaskan Branches says, I'm listening in and hilling potatoes. Hey, Reeve Carlson, how are you? And Cora Phelps, how are you? Thanks for joining, both of you. Reeve, how was work today? I was supposed to be fixing my driveway today, but the gravel never showed up. And after 2.5 hours late, I decided to cancel the gravel until tomorrow. Yeah, Ashley. She looked. Ashley sang Miss Alone from Alone in Remote Alaska YouTube channel. Must have had dozer envy and had to give it a try. If you haven't seen her videos, she's having a lot. She lives like 7 hours away or 8 hours away from here on the other side of the state, and lives out in the middle of nowhere, but on the road system. And she bought an older cabin that needed a lot of work, and she's having contractors come in and fix it up and stuff. And she hired a bulldozer guy to come in and clear out a bunch of trees and level some property for her and stuff like that. And she got on the bulldozer. She looked terrified operating that bulldozer. You could tell she was excited to do it, but also looked very terrified or very cautious, like she was going to do something wrong. But it was kind of funny. But she did a good job when she was up there, and the bulldozer operator did a good job of filming when she was operating the bulldozer. Yeah, Matt AK, she didn't look very comfortable. She looked a little bit on the scared or terrified side. Uh, John in Alaska, what kind of comment was blocked out? And do you mean during this live or on where at? Cora Phelps, I'm glad you could join. She's saying hi to everyone. Let's see here. What else is going on? Crystal from Flat Tire Farm, Homesteading, Alaska said, I ain't afraid of heavy equipment. Bring it on, boys. Let's dig it up or scrape it out. Yep, I hear you. And Reeve is saying, this rain is ridiculous. Yes, it is. I can't believe how much it's raining this summer. I was hoping it was going to be like last summer and change on July 5th, but it didn't. Last summer, from I think middle of April, maybe beginning of May, through July 4th, I don't think there was a cloud in the sky, and it was like perfect sunny weather every single day. And then on July 5th, Mother Nature flipped a switch and it changed to what we're having this summer. Cold and rainy like every single day. From July 5th through sometime in September, we did not go 12 hours without rain, I don't think. It was sometime in September when we actually made it like a full 12 hours without rain. That's how bad it was. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's right. Sometimes I think if you try to post a link, if you try to post a link in any YouTube, in any YouTube live event and you're not a moderator, you can't do that. And then if you happen to use a banned word, it won't be permitted. And then if you say pretty much any of the keywords that YouTube thinks that might be inappropriate, it'll hold, and one of the moderators will have to approve your post before it's shown to everyone else. Hey, DJ Tenaru, how are you today? And Butler Family Farms, how are you today? Thanks for joining. Yeah, Crystal from Flat Tire Farm says it's supposed to be nice all of June and all of July, then rain all of August and get cold in September. That's the rules for Alaska. It's definitely not following that these last 2 years, that's for sure. Josh from Southern Roots Alaskan Branches wants to get on the Gillum Farms adoption program and be adopted by them. And everybody's saying hi to Butler Family Farms and DJ Tenaru. That's okay, Butler Family Farms. It was a fun night, but I understand things come up and just get busy and miss it and stuff like that. Hey, DJ from SC. I'm assuming that's South Carolina. How are you? Thanks for joining. Let's see here. Let me go over this one more time. We're having a YouTube meetup on August 12th. It's going to be at Meadow Lakes Recreational Park or Sports Complex. August 12th is a Saturday, and it's open to all subscribers and all YouTube channels. So if any of you live in Alaska or happen to be in Alaska on August 12th, feel free to stop in. Send me an email. Let me know that you're planning on attending, and I can send you more information. And we're looking to get as many people out as possible. We got, let's see here, we got like 9 channels confirmed. Alaska Cut the Cord, Alaska Jack of All Trades, myself, Rob at the Curmudgeon, Flat Tire Farm, Homesteading Alaska, John in Alaska, Life in Alaska, Nordland 49, Raised in Alaska, the Gnomestead, Alaska Off Grid, and Alaska Living have all confirmed. Then we got 2 maybes. I don't want to say them yet since they're just maybes. I'll wait for a little while. And then we got another like 60 some channels that haven't responded yet. So hopefully, and those are just the Alaska channels. This is open to any YouTube channel if they happen to be up here in Alaska on vacation or anything like that, or would like to come up for the meetup. You're more than welcome to come up. Let's see here. Yep, the Rambling Peach is in the house, so thank you for joining. JD from South Carolina is saying, howdy, everyone. John says, it said natives are not the only people to operate fish wheels. Yeah, I've heard other people can if they live in the right areas or have certain reasons or that type of thing, but I'm not sure what qualifies other people to operate fish wheels or how that actually works. Never actually looked into it because I know it's not in my future. Flat Tire Farms saying, thanks for the info, John. So let's see here. Clear that out. Let's see. What else is going on? I'm getting anxious to get my kitchen put in. I remembered I did not put an outlet down under the sink, so I need to get in and do some more wiring and put an outlet under the sink for garbage disposal. I don't know why. I totally slipped my mind on that one. Reeve is asking, hey, Bill, did you mention the Alaska YouTube meetup? Oh, yes. There's a fairly big channel. Homesteady is up here in Alaska apparently this summer. I sent them 2 emails about it. Never heard back yet. So if you want to send them an email and let them know about it, that would be great. I went on their YouTube channel, got their email address, and sent them an email, but I've never heard back from them yet. So I'd like to hear back from them. That would be pretty cool to get them to stop in and say hi. And Crystal from Flat Tire Farms is asking, John, is Aurora going to be part of your kissing booth on August 12th? I don't know if they're moving up or what the deal is. I heard they're just up here learning about off-grid living and that type of thing, but I don't know if they're actually scouting out land and stuff like that. Roberta is saying that's so exciting that Kay and ATs are moving up there. I don't know if they are or not. I think they might just be up here for the summer learning about off-grid living and off-grid homesteading. Yeah, I tried emailing them twice and haven't heard anything from them back. So who knows? They could be out in the middle of somewhere without internet service. I don't know where they are or anything like that. They don't realize how cool we are yet. That's true. That's true. So I think for this first year, I'm pleased with the turnout already. Got a double digits in channels that are saying they're up for it, and I'm sure a few other ones will show up that just never replied or anything. You know, that's how it always happens. So I'm gonna be sending out more emails to all the channels, and we got two or three subscribers that are confirmed also. They said they're gonna be there, so that's pretty cool that they'll be there. Okay, Reeve is saying that they are the homesteady couple are just up for the summer. They're down in Homer at the moment. Well, Josh, if you need, I can pick you up at the airport the night before, and you can fly back up to Sunday. I'll take you back down on Sunday. Or you can drive down early Saturday morning and drive back late Saturday night. Do like a 30-hour turn and burn. And Josh, feel free to bring the kids and stuff if you do come down, because the Meadow Lakes place has a big playground also for kids. And Butler Family Farms is saying hi to Flat Tire Farms. Let's see here. How long have we been on? A little over an hour and 12 minutes. Now, John, what was blocked out? You said that's the thing. What was the thing that was blocked out? I'm sorry, I'm still not following what was blocked out. Yeah, bring the camper. If you need, I got room here on my property. You can set up the camper. You can even hook into the septic if you're not using any chemicals in the camper. So yeah, John, just know you can't post any links or things like that, or it'll be blocked out. Oh, yeah, they must have thought you were saying. Ashley is saying his comment about natives and fish wheels. The only thing I can guess is YouTube must have been thinking that you were saying something negative and blocked it, because I can see on my list here anything that is blocked out. So, and nothing came up for you, John. So it must have been blocked directly by YouTube instead. You know, that free society we live in where everything is censored, even stuff that isn't derogatory or anything like that. Sounds good, Josh. Look forward to hearing from you if you do come down. Let's see here. What else is going on? What else is going on here? I'm still looking for more. A little shameless plug. Still looking for more watch hours on my videos and stuff. I'm at about 2,900. I need to get to 4,000 before the end of the year to get monetized. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I'm over 1,400 subscribers, so I got that one good and solid. Now I'm just looking for the watch hours, and I'm at 2,900 watch hours. So I need 1,100 more watch hours before I can get monetized. So stick in one of my playlists and let it play. Turn down the volume, please. And let's see here. What else after that? I think that's about it. Anyone have any questions or comments for me? Let's see here. Oh, man, the chat stopped. No one's typing anything. We got 18 people in here still, so thanks, Matt AK. It's going now. You can't for another 30 days? Butler Family Farm says, I did that for you, Bill, but can't do it for another 30 days. Because I have a separate, like a personal. Oh, wow, only one time in 45 days, huh? I didn't know that because I have a personal YouTube account, and it's not associated with my my public YouTube account in any way or form. And I do I put on my playlist on my phone and just let it play, and I can see a bump in watch hours every day I do that. And I've been doing that not every single day, but I try to do it a few times a week every week. And I see a little bump in watch hours every time I do that. But good to know. Thank you, Butler Family Farms. No, I don't think I'm going to post a video of me skinny dipping in the Kenai River, Reeve. And yeah, Rainbow Peach, I can do that for you. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Crystal was opening up a can of worms here at a Flat Tire Farm. She's saying pineapple or no pineapple on pizza. I've eaten it on pizza. I like it on pizza, but it's definitely no pineapple on pizza. It doesn't go on pineapple. Pineapple doesn't go on pizza, even though it does taste good on pizza. And good night, Roberta. Oh, I didn't know that. Butler Family Farms is saying it will not count. That's interesting. I didn't know that. It shows it in the analytics as watch time, so I didn't know it won't count. Oh, okay, John. Yeah. Don't know why it was blocked, but it was. Okay, maybe that's why, because I never get it. I don't know if I've ever got it to play all the way through because I have so many videos on in my playlists. what I do is I put every single video into a all videos playlist, and there's like 200 videos in there or something like that. So unless you can play it for like 30 hours straight or 20 hours straight, you're not going to be able to play all the videos all the way through. Butler Family Farm says you need to do more lives, Bill. I do one every week, and that's about as much as I can get done in a week. It's just I have too much going on to do it more than once a week, and that's also why I usually go about 2 hours on my lives, because I set aside this evening to do it, so I got the time. And as long as all of you are still here and interested, I'll keep doing the lives for a couple hours long. And Matt AK says, yes, pineapple on pizza. Fight me. And Butler Family Farms, yeah, I plan on going live for a little while anyways at the meetup. So, and hey, Connie Lip, I haven't seen you in here earlier tonight, so thank you for joining. And she says pineapple on pizza. Scanning down through some of these. Oh, yeah, something happened there, John. Don't know what was going on. Ramon Peach, I agree about pineapple. YouTube is screwy at John in Alaska. Yep. Wow, that's awesome. Butler Family Farm says they ended up with over 1,500 watch hours after the Mid America YouTube meetup. Oh. Oh! Ah. I think the only time I sneeze is when I'm sitting here doing lives. Where was I? Where was I? Oh, there I was. Yeah, that's amazing. You got 1,500 watch hours from the Mid America YouTube meetup. That's amazing. Hey, AFJ the third. He says pineapple and banana pudding, no pizza. Oh yeah, I remember. Butler Family Farm said I totally forgot you basically went live the entire time. You just set up in the corner and just let it go live the whole time. Maybe I should try doing something like that. And Josh says pineapple for nothing. Can't eat it. And Ashley says, hello, Arlene. Not sure who Arlene is, though. No, that feels better. Hey, Rambling with the Brums. How are you tonight? Thanks for joining. I'm still planning on going on the cruise. They're doing an Alaska cruise in 2025. And definitely looks like a lot of fun. So I'm planning on doing it. I'll have to fly down to Seattle, cruise up through Alaska's Panhandle, and then back down to Seattle, and then I'll have to fly back up to Alaska. Yeah, John, it's difficult when the chat keeps jumping on you. Thank you, Christine, again. Yeah, Christine, it's fun. Hey, I'm looking at going to Pinecone Fest in October if they're having it. It's held somewhere in northern Texas, just south of like Little Rock and stuff. Yeah, Gillum Farms. Yeah, I've seen some of those things. He's saying some people just put a camera on a chicken coop and let it roll. And yeah, I'll watch it for a few seconds, but that's it. I don't subscribe to those channels. Yeah, Christine, or I'm sorry. Yeah, Crystal, bring the goat. That'll make a good barbecue. Hey, the Rambling Peach, get with I'm drawing a blank on it. Rambling with the Brahms YouTube channel. Check them out, and they have all the details on the cruise, the Alaska cruise. And Matt AK says he had stroganoff pizza in Brazil one time. That sounds different. Nah. Flat Tire Farms one goat Daisy learned to ride in the front seat of a side by side yesterday. No, Rob had to go and get ready to leave. He's leaving actually in the early morning to come back into civilization. So he had to go and get ready and get everything packed and stuff because he's going to be here for like 4 or 5 days. I don't know. Johnny Gillum says he thought Pinecone Fest was going to be way down in South Texas. I don't know. I know last year it was in northern Texas. Someone told me what lake it was, and I looked it up. It was northern Texas. So I don't know where it's going to be, but if it's within reasonable drive, I'm definitely going to go to it because I'm going to be in Little Rock, Arkansas, the weekend prior for a wedding. A friend of mine's getting married, so I'm going to be down there. So I plan on staying down there for a week or so and checking out some various YouTube channels and that type of thing. And would love to go to Pinecone Fest if it's in the reasonable area. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, rambling with the Brahms. You should be a moderator now, so go ahead and drop the link to the 2025 cruise. Okay, rambling with the Brahms said, heard that YouTube channel, and Tom and Rhonda are planning a Pinecone Fest, and you're correct. It's northern Texas, so that's good. So Gillum Farms, you need to plan on coming down to northern Texas for Pinecone Fest this year. And Mr. Reeves says, "No, Bill, you're not barbecuing my baby." He's talking about the baby goat. Why? The, you never had a goat over a fire before? Roasted animal over a fire? Yum, yum, yum. Uh, let's see here. Scanning down through some of these comments. Oh, Reeve says there's no pine cones in southern Texas. That's what he meant. And Rumbling with the Brahms posted the link to the Cruise in Alaska 2025 meetup. It's going to be on a cruise ship, so make sure you guys check that out. Have a couple years to plan for it. Or if you want, you can come to Alaska this summer. Come around August 12th and come to the Alaska YouTube Creators Meetup. Okay, you don't have to bring Daisy. Bring one of the other ones. Get a nice fat one. Maybe porcini. Everyone likes a pig cooked over an open fire. No canned goat in the pantry. We don't want that. Gilliam Farms, I think Pinecone Fest is going to be the second weekend in October, whatever that date is. I'm not 100% sure, but Rambling with the Brahms, do you know anything about the Pinecone Fest, or do you have a link for it this year or anything like that? Sure, porcini will be ready by then. Who cares if it's a little bit on the small side? Just won't have leftovers, that's all. Okay, thanks, Rambling with the Brahms. Rambling with the Brahms, sorry about that. Yep, 780 days until the Alaska cruise. So if you're interested in that, definitely look into it. And you got time to plan for it and pay for the trip because it's a little bit on the expensive side, obviously. Okay, Rambling with the Brahms says just use Scott's. It's easier. That's for Pinecone Fest. Okay, John. Have a good evening. At least the ambulance aren't coming to your place this time. Yeah, that cruise is going to be a hoot, as you said, Johnny. What else? What else? We've talked about various meetups, talked about what's going on here on the homestead. Currently working on getting gravel to fix my driveway. It was supposed to come today, but they got behind because of all the rain, so I had to cancel it and asked them to bring it tomorrow. I have a bulldozer scheduled for the 27th of the month. Gonna get a lot of dirt moved around then. The homestead's definitely gonna look different after that bulldozer is here for a couple days. Got to get working on this cabin. I got to get water running before winter time, and got to get the bottom insulated in before it gets cold. I do work on a computer. I work from home, so I get up at 4 a.m. Alaska Standard Time because I work East Coast hours. So that means I get off work at 1 p.m. and I go to bed at 7 or 8 o'clock at night every night. That way I can get my 8 hours of sleep in. So it has some nice points. I'm off all afternoon, so that's definitely nice. I can get to stores and stuff like that and don't have to worry about them closing on me. I don't know what my favorite Christmas movie is. It's probably one of the classic cartoons, but that I will say that one movie with Bruce Willis is not a Christmas movie. It's a terrorist movie that happens to take place in December. That's all. That's real good, Matt. Matt's saying he works Mountain Standard Time, and when he comes up to Alaska, he'll be able to stay on that Mountain Standard Time. So that's not too bad. That's only a couple hours off from here. So that's good. Johnny Gillum says he can't sleep 8 hours. His regular sleep schedule is 5 hours. I'm just opposite. I'm a minimum 8 hour night sleeper. I mean, I can sleep less than that if I have reasons to, but on a day in and day out thing, I need my 8 hours of sleep. No, Mr. Reeve, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's a terrorist movie. The plot of the movie is terrorism. It just happens to take place in December. Okay, thanks, Rambling with the Brahms. He's looking for the information about Pinecone Fest. No, Matt AK, it's not a Christmas movie. It's not. It's not. The main theme of the movie is a terrorist event happens. It just happens to be in December that terrorist event happens. Yeah, I've always been a 7-8 hour sleeper, so I think that's what I will be rest of my life. I can go on less if I need to, unless I'm sitting at a computer all day. Then I need my sleep. But if I'm out doing stuff, I can go on 5 or 6 hours with ease. Jeez, Johnny, you stay up till 2 a.m. every night? Wow. Yeah, Matt AK saying nighttime is prime YouTube watching time. That's how he helps out all his friends get watch hours. Well, thank you, Matt. And Rambling with the Brahms says he's lucky to get 3 to 5 hours of sleep a night also. Yeah, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is very high on the list of best Christmas movies. But I think probably for me personally, it would be one of the old cartoons would be the best Christmas movie. But Christmas Vacation is definitely up there possibly top 5. Well, Johnny at Gillum Farms, that won't work up here. You'll be staying up all night long, where you'll be going to bed at about 2 o'clock and waking up at about 2:30 when the sun comes back up. Yeah, that's a good time to edit at night. Definitely. I try to edit during the daytime, like in the early morning, but I'm too tired. It takes me a few hours to get awake. Yeah, Christine Gillum says Charlie Brown Christmas is the best. Yeah, that's that's definitely in the top 3, I would say. Possibly number 1 for sure. Rudolph is high. Rudolph would definitely be in probably the top 5. Okay, Butler Family Farms, thanks for stopping in for a while. Have a good night. And everyone, don't forget to check out Butler Family Farms YouTube channel. I'll keep this going for a little while longer, then I'll end it. I'll end it right at 2 hours, I guess. We got another about 18 minutes or so. Christmas story's not bad. Definitely. But so just curious, does everyone still have all their fingers from this last week? No one blew any fingers off, lighting off fireworks or anything? I got all mine. They're all here, see? I've never seen the Polar Express yet. I've heard it's really good, but I've never actually seen it. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I've never seen the whole thing. And let's see here. Yeah, Matt AK says a Polar Express is his favorite. Flat Tire Farms is telling Christine from Gillum Farms a Christmas story. Johnny Gillum still has all his fingers. Christine says, "Who watches horror movies on Christmas?" That's not good, Ashley. Ashley says she doesn't have all her fingers, but it was work related. And Crystal from Flat Tire Farms has all hers fingers and toes accounted for, so that's good. Krampus for Christmas. Violent Night was pretty good too, huh, Matt AK? I don't know if I've ever seen that one. Let's see here. What else? What else? I'm getting tired, but I'll stay here for another 15 minutes. I see a little fight happening between Christine and Johnny from Gillum Farms. I think Johnny's going to be sleeping out in the shop tonight. As Christine just said, that's just wrong at Gillum Farms. Well, Christine, one person says it's a discussion, another person says it's a fight. So, anyways, by now I'm sure Johnny has a part of that shop all made up so he can go out there and sleep. You got to keep him in his place once in a while now. Let's see here. What else? Oh, Johnny, you barely walked through the shop, huh? Yep, Christine, I'm sure you're always right. Go out, sleep with the hens, huh? Crystal from Flat Tire Farms is asking how my burn pile is doing. Well, yeah, for those of you still here that don't know, I started a big burn pile on Saturday, and I burned up a huge pile of brush and stumps and stuff like that. And then every day this week, I've been adding to it, except yesterday and today, I did not add anything to it. I just left what was there, finish smoldering. And today, during the rain, I looked over and it was still steaming. It's that hot. So I'm sure if I dug down into the ash and threw some dry wood in there, it would catch on fire eventually. It's that hot still down in there. Johnny Gillum says the shop is full of cars. That's a good issue to have. Yeah, Crystal, I would have added more to the burn pile, but I moved all those logs that were laying right there in front of the brush pile. I was hoping to have them all cut up into 20-foot lengths and stacked neatly on my wood pile, but I didn't get that accomplished. So I got all kinds of logs laying everywhere in front of all the brush. So I decided just to let it go out. I can always restart it here one of these days. Let's see. We got a few more. We still got 13 people in here. Most of them must be lurking in the background. There's only 3 or 4 is talking. So who's all the? Okay, one just left. Who's all 12 that are in here? I know one of them is my personal account watching on my phone over here. And then I see there's 3 or 4 people that's talking. So that should leave, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 people that's lurking in the background. Well, I want to say thank you to them for at least listening in. And you get me some watch hours. So thank you very much. Okay, Ramblin' Peach, thank you. Ashley Anderson is still here. Flat Tire Farms here. Gillum Farms is here. Christine, Mrs. Gillum Farms is here. Matt AK is still here. And I think that's all the ones. Oh, Connie Lip is still here. Well, thank you, Connie. Thank you for listening in. And thank you for the Ramblin' Peach for still being here. It's greatly appreciated. And Johnny Gillum from Gillum Farm says, smash that like button if you haven't already. Oh, yeah, Mr. Reeve is still here also. I forgot him. Okay. Reeve and Crystal have joined together and watching from Flat Tire Farms. Christine, Mrs. Gillum Farm, says she's working on her lurking skills. Okay, AFJ the third says he's hanging on for a few more minutes. Well, I'm going to end it here in about 10 minutes, so that'll be 2 hours. That's long enough for me. So I'm going to end it in about 10 minutes. Definitely want to thank everyone for joining tonight. That is still here. It's really appreciated. And I'm glad I could make your evening a little bit interesting, if not fun. They're headed up to Sheep Creek Lodge. Flat Tire Farms is headed up to Sheep Creek Lodge to get burgers tonight, huh? Oh yeah, Crystal, by the way, let's get together tomorrow and discuss what we were talking about earlier today. What's a pig bucket? Flat Tire Farm says, and pig buckets. I don't know what a pig bucket is. And Johnny Gillum says, it's always fun here, Bill. Well, thank you very much, Johnny. And Ashley Anderson says, always a good chat here. So thank you very much, Ashley. And Christine, Mrs. Gillum Farm says, have a good evening, Bill. Good night. Thank you, Christine, for joining tonight. Oh, okay. Flat Tire Farm says a pig bucket is just food scraps from the restaurant for the pigs. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was something like a bucket of chicken wings or something like that, but pig related, maybe ribs or something. Okay. Flat Tire Farm says we dropped off buckets for Sheep Creek Lodge, which has a nice restaurant in it, to fill up. Yeah, I wish it was a bucket of bacon. That would be good. Yeah, Gillum Farms. That's one of the reasons I'm looking for to get some animals, because Johnny Gillum says their chickens eat all their table scraps. Gillum Farms has chickens and cattle, but the cattle are like a half hour away from their home. Their chickens are in their backyards, so the chickens eat all their table scraps. Definitely looking forward to doing that here also. Ashley Anderson says chickens eat anything. They are the modern day pterodactyls. Those things will attack animals and little furry animals and stuff like that if they come into the coop. They'll go medieval on them and attack and kill them. Yes, definitely. If I could say that, I would. They're definitely raptors. The chickens are leftovers from the dinosaurs. 100%. Yeah. Yeah, Johnny Gillum says, I'm sure if I died out there, I want to be recognized in about 2 hours. That is true. The chickens would have you pretty well eaten. Flat Tire Farms is asking, how many chickens am I planning to get? I'm thinking about a dozen egg layers, which would also include a rooster in that flock. And then I plan on getting meat birds every summer also, because I like my chicken. So I want to get a bunch of meat birds. And then I want to get 3 rabbits, 1 buck, and 2 does. So I have a nice supply of rabbit meat all year long. Hey, Tim Mason, thanks for joining. And then I want to get a breeding pair of pigs. And my neighbor just moved up. He's like the only guy that has a Idaho pasture pigs in Alaska. So I plan on getting a breeding couple off of him, because he's going to have a couple different sets of pigs. And they're totally unrelated. So I'll be able to get one from each set. That way I can have a breeding couple. Hey, John in Alaska came back. That's a shame. John in Alaska said the ambulance went down the road to check on a disabled veteran that lives by him. He wasn't feeling well. Well, hopefully he's okay. And let's see here. Yeah, I know about a dozen is right, and I'm saying about a dozen, something like 10 or 12, somewhere in that neighborhood, with at least one of them being a rooster. That's my game plan. I don't want to have just 2 or 3 birds, and I don't want to have 30 or 40 birds. That's too much for me right now. Yeah, Flat Tire Farms. I'm definitely planning on getting a boar and a sow both. But yeah, if we get from different bloodlines, we could definitely do something. That would be a good idea, to do something and trade off or something like that. Get Home Farm says we have too many. It's called chicken math. Yep. Yeah, my coop's going to be able to handle a couple dozen chickens, but I only want to have about a dozen, give or take. If I have 12 layers in a rooster, I have 12 layers in a rooster. If I have 10 chickens total, 9 layers in a rooster, that's fine also. But somewhere right in that dozen range, give or take a couple, that'll be fine with me. And I want to have a mixed flock, because I want to have some like brown eggs and green eggs and speckled eggs and stuff like that. I want all different colored eggs. I don't want just all white ones or all brown ones or anything like that. I want to have some variety in my eggs. Chickens are the gateway animal, huh? Well, I doubt I'll ever have any goats, so. As I love goats, but they're just not for me, that's all. Yeah, no goats. I mean, like I said, I like them and everything, but to raise them for myself, just not for me. Yes, I know, Crystal. I know you know someone that has goats. But I think chickens, rabbits, chickens, layers and meat chickens, rabbits and pigs will be more than enough for me, and that includes hopefully 2 or 3 turkeys each summer also for meat. I think that'll be more than enough for me. Okay, Connie Lip, thanks for joining tonight. Yeah, Ashley Anderson says, get Easter egg layers. They lay multicolored eggs. I'm hoping, but I also got to watch and make sure I get chickens that can survive the winters up here. because the coop's not going to be heated, that's for sure. So I got to make sure they're cold hardy. And some of the Easter eggers and stuff are very warm weathered birds from the little bit of research I've learned. Matt AK and John in Alaska are talking to each other about plowing and different things like that. Crystal saying, if we bore share, we won't make you get goats. That's good to know. Well, I'm at just 2 hours right now, so I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for joining tonight. It's greatly appreciated that you spent the evening with me, especially all of you who's been here for over an hour. That's very humbling to know you want to spend that long with me tonight. So thank you all very much. And everyone have a good night and stay safe.